and I'm crazy to be going on when I have ice cream. Oh well, that's okay. People have actually watched me eat lemons might as well go along with ice cream. Maybe lemon ice cream at some point. Lemon ice cream sound good, Doc?
Lemon ice cream?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting at the very least.
Well, they have it in sherbet.
Oh, why not ice cream?
Usually Turtles milk though. Hello, whoever's gotten in here. I'm thinking Moon or Area is first, or Kit Kat. Maybe Solo or Lucy. Oh, who else could it be? Possibly Todd won't be on till later. Could be Benji.
Well,
Could be
it's
Derrick.
not me.
I know it's not you because you're going to bed probably in a moment.
Yep.
You have that worksy stuff tomorrow.
I know.
You're pretty speaking Jane here. KNC, I was really out to lunch. I did not guess you. Oh man, I don't guess well. Welcome to the live stream. I'm not sure what exactly we're going to do, but I'm hoping to try to have fun tonight. I believe that's a good goal. Just having fun. Enjoying ourselves. Listening to Benji possibly finding...
Something.
Oh, no. Benji can't hit his toe again, though. That's... No. It's kind of funny, but it's not good. Ah, someone came in and ran away. So how are you doing, Casey? No problem. Any which way you want to come in and visit, go for it. Love having you here. At least you can hear me well across anywhere, because I'm usually without this thing.
Hello, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Yes, Casey so far.
Well,
Other people are probably
hello,
coming.
Casey. Good night, Casey.
I'm guessing you heard her. Yeah, grab some ice cream. It's vanilla with chocolate, so it's... He says night, Dot. So I have had some, what would you say, encouragement about Tonka. I don't know if you know about the baby tokay gecko that escaped into my house. We bought her, and she escaped while I was carrying her, holding her. Cookie dough. All right. Nice. Anyway, I have a little tokay gecko, but she got away on me, so she's in the house. Haven't found her yet. However, have some good vibes about it because the cats have been up the the two girl cats, have been up and around my desk trying to climb the curtains to get to something. So, I mean, yeah, cats, they don't normally climb my curtains here because I've already given them trouble before. But every day, approximately 5:30 in the morning, they're always boof right over here and just zipping around trying to get something. So I'm guessing that's where she hangs out. But it's not that easy to get up there and everything, and I'm not the smallest gal to be climbing on tables. Even though this table is damn hard. It's a scary table. It's really heavy. I remember bringing it into the apartment we lived in and into this place. Oh, yeah. And in the house. It's heavy. Brad, hello, hello. How's it go? Oh, and I am going to put out the invite for anyone who would like to come in and visit in this manner. There we go. I should have put up my Earl in Todd's. He would have let me too. Todd's a sweetheart. I like him. I like you guys too. I don't know how I was able to. All right. I knew you'd pop on.
Howdy, kiddo. What's going on? Howdy, Casey. How you doing?
Not much is going on. I'm having ice cream and drinking juice and pop with special juice to
I'm chewing
combat
on
pain.
I'm chewing on dill pickles.
My sister loves dill pickles. I don't.
Oh, damn. So do I. I can't get enough.
I'm not a dill pickle person. However, I do have a friend who did a cheese ball thing. Cheese ball with chopped up ham. It has to be a certain kind of ham. And dill pickles in it. And I guess he spiced it as well. And it was delicious. And I don't normally like dill pickles. But that stuff was pretty darn good. Maybe I should get the recipe from him. You might like that. Or just eat the dill pickles regular. It works.
Oh, yeah. Right out of the jar.
Oh, yeah. I do that with olives.
I used to with olives, but a little bit too much salt.
Yeah, they are quite salty. But I'm pretty salty too, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Time to munch.
Heck yes.
It's eating time. It seems to be that a lot of us have gotten into not worrying about it and eating on our streams. It's really weird.
Doesn't make any difference, really.
No, it doesn't. And green olives by the jar. I am horrible with that, Casey. I've been known to get a bottle. Well, actually, it's more like that. Not that. I'm over exaggerating here, but one of those big ones. And of the queen olives, just with the pimento in it, or just regular with pit, and I would eat it within 3 days.
Oh yeah,
It's
definitely.
just gone. And that's just me eating it.
One thing I don't particularly care for is the black olives.
I'm not crazy about the black olives either.
No.
My hubby and I used to get pizza from this place that was across where we were living from at that time. And just because of me, they got green olives.
Right.
I'd just call and they'd say, "Oh, Sherry, yeah, okay, we'll get the ham and pineapple for David and your pepperoni, double cheese, and green olives. We'll have it ready for you in 10, 15 minutes, whatever it was," right?
Hmm.
They only had to hear my voice. It's like, Sherry, we got it going. see you in 10. It was great.
Yeah, I love olives, but like I say, they got to be a little bit too salty.
Yeah.
So I cut way back on the olives. But
yeah, you're supposed to
still gotta have.
Yeah, you have to have a certain amount of salt, but you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have the high blood pressure too?
No.
Yeah.
No, I've never had high blood pressure. Knock on wood, but
I have had high blood pressure and low blood pressure.
yeah, mine's
It's
always
funny.
all perfect every time I've been to the doctor or anything, even at my accident, 2 years ago. Hell, my blood pressure was
Nice.
still good. So
My blood pressure, when I was at the one doctor, it was always low, and she was close to going to try to do something to get it up. And then when I went to the new doctor, or the newer doctor, I've been with her for 3, 4, 5 years. No, this one's the replacement for the other doctor, so she's 2 years, the other one's 3. But anyway, my blood pressure went right back to normal. And it went up for a little bit then, and then came right back down to normal. I have no clue. My blood pressure just says, check you. I'm going to do something weird.
wow.
My whole system is like that, though. One doctor once told me that she wanted to do a case study on me or whatever. It's like, it shouldn't be doing this. Well, it is.
The only case study they'd ever do on me is examine my head.
With me, it's, I don't know. I had like a 7 millimeter. Oh, anyway, I had a stone in my gallbladder that was racking me up, and doctor said, "Okay, let's get it tested." And then she's like, "Okay, we'll get you to the specialist." That's great, Casey. Thank you for showing up. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Take care. Have a good night. Stay healthy.
Exactly. And he said it all. My co-host is really good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're my co-host. I mean, you do really good at.
Yeah, pretty much. I come on usually when you come on, unless I miss it. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always fun.
Well, hopefully we'll get a few more people in here yet tonight.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's Benji at?
I don't know if Ledka started something or whatever. He might be over there. Let's see. Excuse me. It doesn't look like Ledka is on. Patrick put up a new vlog on his kitten. On our way. I'm going to have to teach that youngster how to spell. On A-R-E way.
Oh,
Kiddo.
yeah.
But
Sure.
yeah, Benji should be here. I'm going to have to terrorize. One moment, please. Okay, terrorize him. Oh. Area 51 is not on Instagram. Ledka. We're good. Good. Come on, people. Come on over. Doggone you. Where is he?
Yeah, that maybe Eric can show up and Solo and
Yeah, I'm surprised
some of
that they're
the other
not here
regulars.
already. Well, maybe because Todd said he'll be in about 30, 45 minutes. Maybe they thought that I'd go on in 30, 45 minutes or something.
That could be.
So I don't know. I'm just bug a couple people here. Tell them I'm on. They usually know I'm on.
Well, thinking YouTube, a lot of times I don't get notifications.
I know. I
It's
should.
surprising, but since they've been working on all their stuff, YouTube hasn't been what it used to be.
No, it used to be able to do an awful lot more, but then again, there's an awful lot more people too who are doing
Yeah.
things on it. So I can't blame them that much.
Yeah.
But I'll find something else to blame them for, just for
Oh,
the
yeah.
heck of it.
Heck yeah.
I don't do much of that, do I?
Hmm.
I gotta find someone to blame something on. We'll blame Benji.
There we go.
There we go. He's easy to blame. He's not here. I can blame him.
Mhm.
He's too fun.
He
So when
is
he gets...
He is a kick.
He is. I adore listening to him. And oh boy, he can go right off the rocker about some things very quickly.
Oh, yeah. But
All of
that's
us can,
okay.
but he's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the first day I saw him, he was on the P&E show one before Josue left.
Oh, yeah.
Long while before that, and Benjamin got on there, and just the look on David's face was hilarious all the way through the time that Ben was on there. It's like, what did I do?
Yeah, and David hasn't been doing much lately either.
No, I think
I knew he was going through some stuff there where he was living.
Yeah.
And hopefully he's getting that all worked out to his benefit, I hope. So
yeah, it's a lot more with his sister's BS family dealing with that. Hi, Bailey. Don't sit on my mouse, cat.
yeah, I got a little bit of bad news today.
Oh no. What happened?
One of my neighbors kind of down the road from me got killed in a motorcycle accident on Sunday morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Goodness, please give them my my condolences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's ow.
Well, my
That's
buddy
bad.
that's visiting his family in Minnesota, northern Minnesota, called me today. And just because I was checking up on his grandpa, because his grandfather's in hospice now. And yeah, his mind is there, but his body is just starting to give out on him.
Yeah.
And he's 95, so but he's still cracking jokes and everything. So his mind is all there. He's
Yeah,
still
he's
back. But a buddy called me today and he told me about it. He says, "Did you hear about Tom?" And I said, "No, what?" And he said, "Yeah, Tom Hamill died." And I'm like, "What?"
wow.
And he said he didn't know all particulars. So I Googled and called some other neighbors and found out. But and he wasn't wearing a helmet. So
Oh boy.
yeah. And he was towards a little farther north from here up in the Bighorn Mountains. And I guess he went around a corner and crossed center line and got hit head on. So but
crossing the center line. Good work, guy.
yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
That's poor
That's
guy.
one thing you don't want to do on a motorcycle.
No, especially without a helmet.
Yeah.
Not at all in the first place, but
Yeah.
ouch.
And I haven't talked to his son yet. His son lives closer to me than he does, actually. So.
Okay. So he was living on his own?
Oh yeah, son has his
Yeah.
own house just on the corner from me. And,
Oh, no. And his father was living on his own, the one who.
right.
Okay.
He's got a place down the hill from me, right next to the river. So.
Now I'm going to sound extraordinarily rude, but two houses opening up.
Well, I don't know if the one will, and I don't know what.
I mean, whenever you move with your daughter and stuff.
Right.
I'm horrible. I am really horrible when it comes to stuff like that.
Well,
it's like,
it's common
that means
sense.
this is open.
It's common sense because it's going to happen.
True enough. It's just you feel like a grave digger, a grave robber when you.
Yeah. I know Dad's got a nice place down on the river there. I've been down there before, so. But, yeah, just a shame that his dad had to go the way he did. Of course, he was on a bike, so he probably couldn't have figured a better way to go. But
that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad, but it's possible.
Yeah. But that was the news for the day from my end of the world. But
exciting, interesting, sad.
Yes. All of the above.
So you have all the above, so you don't need much more news today.
No.
Because you got everything right in one shot.
Yeah. And I was up kind of late last night, so I slept till about 3 this afternoon. I don't think I went to bed till about 5 this morning, but and there was no one on live last night, so.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually went to bed.
No, you didn't. You weren't going to pull a Venom?
Huh?
You didn't want to pull a Venom?
No, I just was not feeling quite. It's not so much sleeping on the stream. I just wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
So I knew if I tried to stream, it would be me falling asleep. Okay, no problem. I've done it before. It's not embarrassing for me anymore. I mean, I fall asleep right in the middle of playing a video game. So have my character swimming around there.
Oh,
paddling around like a dumb dog.
I had a friend
going in circles.
He could fall asleep no matter what he was doing. He'd fall asleep, and for about 5 minutes, and all of a sudden he'd wake back up and carry on where he left off.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah. And
I have fallen asleep while walking.
Wow.
That's a talent.
Yeah.
And it's not fun when you're like, why have I fallen asleep while walking? This does not make sense.
No.
And At least it almost makes my head look straight.
Oh,
There we go.
I move around too much. I'm constantly moving, so. But
Yeah, I was just trying to get myself a little bit more centered here and get my mouse away from Mr. Stick his butt on my mouse. Mister, I'm going to sit here, purr, and smack you with my tail because you're not petting me.
yeah, I just went outside before I got on and said hi to my cat. He was in the garage, so.
Oh, yeah.
And I know he's not in for the night yet, but he'll sit out there and torment the foxes for a while.
One of those kinds, is he?
Oh,
Little twerp.
He is. Nothing scares him. I mean, foxes, coyotes, he just stands there and looks at them. And they're like, I don't think I want to get close to you.
One of those kinds. Good.
Oh, yeah. But
Good.
he probably wouldn't do anything to him. He'd probably nuzzle up to him. But
I think a coyote would be a little bit different, mind you.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But
yeah,
he probably looked at him a few times and chased him away. So
probably. Sounds like the kind of cat that would chase a bear up a tree.
Yeah, he is that type.
I've seen pictures of that. It's so hilarious. little red cat on the bottom of a tree, glaring up there, and bear right up. That's cute.
Like, come on down and play.
I'll just rip up your butt.
Yeah.
Bear's like, no.
Yeah. I ain't into it tonight. Forget it, cat. What? And then, well, this cat that I've got, the other one passed away a couple of years ago, but this one here, when I lived up in Sturgis, he would, no matter how cold it got, he would not come in the garage and get warm. The other cat lived in her bed, underneath the heat lamp and stuff, but Target would not come in. He'd stay in the hay barn. So
that's a tough cat.
Oh yeah, he's definitely tough. And one night, they let me know there were rattlesnakes in the garage.
Oh.
I had 2 of them in there one night. And at first I thought I heard water running. So I asked my ex-wife at the time, I said, did you leave water on outside? She says, no, I didn't. I said, oh, I know what it is. So I walked out there, and sure enough, cats had the both snakes cornered in the garage.
Oh, tough kitties.
Oh, yeah. So I grabbed the snake hook, took them out, and then the dogs got to get in on it. And they weren't quite as smart as the cats, but they didn't get bit, fortunately. So, but
yeah, I find dogs are smart, but cats have a little bit more.
Smarter. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a little bit more good zumpa or whatever. The zumpa.
Well, I was kind of worried about the snakes because both cats would kill a snake in a heartbeat. Yeah. So I was more worried about the snakes than I was the cat because the cats can move quicker, and Target always brings me home snakes.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I virtually have no snakes around my place, right around the house here. And we had one rattlesnake, it was the last year, I guess, down the road from me here. And the neighbor didn't call me. She just killed it. And I was like, oh, shit. But, so we don't have too many snakes around here. Once in a while, I'll see a garter or a bull snake, but that's about it. So earlier this year, the cats killed a green snake out in front here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had to go and kill that. And I was like, damn it, Target.
That cat's a good hunter. But, well, I hadn't, we had this 100-acre property. And was on this place called St. Joe's Island. It's a lot cheaper than other places, but we lived in the sand pit, which was right by the road, and
Mhm.
cleared it out all the time. Parents made a big wood lean-to
Oh, wow.
into the side of the sand pit, and so they had that, and my brother and I had tents. Of
Uh-huh.
course, I was in the tent with the food. It's like, what? Are you trying to get me killed, people? You know, what the frick? I mean, I have the dog here, but we're just, tenderizer for the freaking bear that can come here and get the food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Put me in a tent which is a cruddy tent. It was horrible. It had holes in it and stuff. It was
Oh,
a
geez.
round thing. And somehow, well, the holes were more patches that were not quite holes yet. They still had some string in there, but you could see through it. So it was that old and that bad, but the rain didn't get in, which was weird.
Wow.
But yeah, it was really tattery tape thing. A baby bear could have gotten in there, no problem.
Oh, geez.
And we even stayed out there in the wintertime. And I slept in that tent in the wintertime at night.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the snow. And it's like, thank you.
When I was in college down in Colorado, I took a course in survival. And it happened to be held in the winter, so they took us out and we built snow caves and we stayed in those for the night. And I'll tell you,
Yep.
I was sweating.
Yeah, those things do get you.
But
in mine, you didn't sweat.
yeah,
Had the dog and the cat there with me.
there you go.
Got warmed up by them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had did you use branches or just plain snow?
Just plain snow. Just plain snow. And then we kind of threw some pine branches down on the inside on the floor.
Yep, to make it a little bit warmer. Yeah.
And holy shit, I mean, I slept good that night. I was like,
I can imagine. If you have a good sleeping bag, which I didn't.
I did, yeah.
I mean,
But
why I got all the leftover crap, I don't know. Everyone had new stuff, and I got the old crud.
Yeah, a good sleeping bag helped. The one I've got now is an old army sleeping bag, and
that'll keep you anytime.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. So, and I've used it a couple times. One night a few years back, we had a bad fire here in our area, and it swept across the prairie to the north of me. And it didn't jump the river, but it took out all the electricity and stuff.
Yeah.
And it went about 14 miles from the origin. So, which the city dump workers were the ones that actually started the fire. But it happened to get
They were
windy.
doing a clearing.
Well, what they were doing, they were at the dump and they were burning some brush that they probably shouldn't have been, but it took off and the wind picked up and it turned into a mess. But I couldn't get in my house. I had to go work. So my boss called me about 11 o'clock that morning and said, "We got a fire out there by you." I said, "Yeah, I can see it." And she says, "Well, I need you to do some road work." And she says, "We got 2 new graders parked out there in the middle of the prairie. And they are off the road in the grass. And those brand new graders are about 300,000 a piece." So she said, "Can you take your truck, run out there and get those graders off the road?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." Well, the head guy came out there and met me there.
Yeah.
And at first we couldn't figure out how to get them started because they were computerized.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so he called back to the shop, got the code, we got them started and got them up off the road and parked them in a gravel area.
Yeah.
So they made it through the fire, but I worked on that fire for about 6 hours that day. And yeah, and
Were
when
you
I got
sand
home,
tossing or?
no, I was actually doing traffic control on the
Oh,
other
okay.
county, on the other county roads that led back into there from about 10 miles away. So, and then by the time I got home, just as I got home, the electricity went out at my place and everyone down the road. So I couldn't get in my house because the garage door was down, and without electricity, I couldn't get it open. And I had happened to lock the front door, the screen door. So, and it doesn't take a key; you have to unlock it from the inside. Yeah. So I thought, well, shit, I'll just get the sleeping bag out, put the cot out in the shop, and it was warm enough, so I wasn't worried about it. And I was sleeping good. And then all of a sudden, about 3 o'clock in the morning, damn lights came on in the shop, and I was like, oh shit, electricity's back on. So I walked out to my truck, hit the garage door opener, and opened up the house.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was fun times. Shit.
All the interesting things we get into.
Oh God.
I mean, a lot of I feel bad for a lot of the younger generations these days because they don't get the chance to do things that we got.
Oh no. Like when I was a kid, my mom booted us out of the house at 6 or 7 in the morning. My dad left to work. Yeah, come back. Make sure you come back for dinner. And that was it. And hell, we go spend a day walking through the swamps, catching frogs, snakes, tadpoles, whatever we could find, But that's what we did as kids. So.
Yeah. And well, you especially more than me. I did it during the summertime, and in winter we were hauling wood,
right,
full trees out of the woods to make the cottage.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of muscle building right there.
Oh yeah.
Just tossing a couple of them on a sled, and then pulling them like you're a work dog or work horse.
Yeah,
just pulling them right out. Did that for quite a bit.
I spent a lot of time on relatives' farms when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times we were in the woods cutting trees, make tobacco shed. They didn't buy lumber for that kind of stuff; they just built it.
Yeah.
So that's somebody always in the area had a sawmill, and they
let you use it for a little bit or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
So, you just trade with them, or your friends and your buddy with them.
They did. Yeah, all them farmers back then did that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, my dad had a friend. What was his name? I forget his name. Anyway, he was a real sweet guy, but he got married to this.
Say it, bitch.
Oh, it's more than bitch. It's worse than bitch.
Yeah.
But worse than the C word, too.
Oh, geez.
Oh, I hated that woman. She was mean to kids. So, of course, we'd try to go out swimming and everything, and she was being a wench to us. Oh, and we just told her where to stuff it and everything because her dad and what's his name said, go ahead, go swimming, because it was place was called Beach. So we went swimming whether she liked it or not. Kaboom! Hello, area. How's it going? And we'd go swimming and stuff, but she was with him for about 3 years, I think. She divorced him for almost everything.
Oh yeah.
He lost the properties he had, and he had a few. Welcome home. Glad you got home safe there, Area.
Hey, Area 51, how you doing?
Um,
Jump on.
so he all he had left was literally a little shack, like like in the old times type of little shack.
Right.
And he still had his lumber, his stuff for working on lumber and everything. So he'd let Dad just come and Dad and Stephen just go over there and do the work on the trees, and they'd hang out and everything. And he said, no paying for it because he didn't want any money going to his ex.
Right.
Because she already had everything.
I think I was married to one of those one time.
Oh.
Yeah. She took me for a lot of money, but.
Oh. It sucks too because, the woman was definitely, just a money hogger. And, they're married for 3 years, have no kids. She didn't even have kids from someone else. And she's able to take them for almost everything for being with them for 3 years. It's like, what the frick? I was festering peeved off on that one. She did not want to see me or Stephen when that was happening. It was pretty stupid.
Yeah, but, my last ex, let's see, that was about 10 years ago now. She took me for a lot of money.
Oh.
Shit, it was.
I can't stand people like that. It just.
Well, the thing was, she had money before I met her, and I never used any of her money for, I never asked her for anything.
Yeah.
But she didn't like anybody. She didn't like any of the neighbors here. She just, oh man, she was horrid. She was bad.
Scared off your friends and everything?
Oh, she's more than scared off friends. Hell, I think they finally ended up getting rid of her at her job here. She worked for the government. But I think she was having, from what I heard from different people, was that she was having so many problems at work that she took another job down in Phoenix area somewhere, Maricopa, I think it was. But, and I haven't talked to her since. I was like, yeah, she's gone.
No. So. That's. I can see if you had a kid and you're helping with the child.
Oh yeah,
doing support with that. That's a deal because it goes to the child. That's supposedly.
Well, we didn't have any kids, so that was okay.
Exactly.
There. Yeah.
But when you're just with them and you've hardly been with them a few years and they are able to do that, it's like.
Well, I was with her for 8 or 9 years, and we didn't get married right away. We waited a year or two and then got married. And everything was good for a while, but when she hit her change, she went to menopause. That was it. She just hated everybody. And I talked to people when she was with the government when we were in South Dakota. I talked to some people there, and they said, "Oh yeah, she was a real bitch." And I was like, "Holy shit!" So I guess I asked for that one because I didn't pay enough attention to what the hell was going on there. But
yeah, that exactly. Area 51 is stuff like that. What the hey? I have a friend who's
Area 51. I agree 100%. Shit.
Yeah, just ridiculous. I've heard people on, like, there was this radio show I was listening to, and the guy was an anti-love after Valentine's Day thing,
Oh,
where
geez.
you take stuff from. They were having this bonfire, and you take stuff that your ex had given you and toss it in the
Oh,
bonfire.
yeah. Bonfire. Yeah, neat.
This lady wanted to put in her ex's dog.
Holy shit.
Yeah. She was like, well, I'm bringing the dog down. What for? Well, dog, you know, they were saying, you know, you can walk it around and stuff like that. That's no problem.
Right.
And she wanted to toss the dog in the fire. It's like, she got it through the settlement. She couldn't stand the dog, got the dog through the settlement and wanted to kill it. It's like,
Jesus. Yeah, there was something wrong with her. Well, when I lived in Fort Collins, Colorado years ago, and I was going to CSU, I ran into a deal where I saw something in the paper that didn't quite look right. So I called on the ad. It's an African gray parrot to give away. So I called on the ad just for the hell of it. And I wasn't interested in the parrot at the time. And
just trying to see what the situation was, huh?
yeah. Nobody gives away an African gray. They're worth thousands, you know. And
Yeah.
she said, well, you're the first one to call. So if you want it, come and get it. And I said, wait a minute, what's the deal on this bird? And she said, well, it's my ex's. And she says, we're not divorced yet, but it's in my house and I want it out. She says the cage was, I don't know, $3,000 or $4,000 for a cage.
Yep.
And she said, it's a big cage. She said, it's yours if you want it. And I said, well, I appreciate it, but I think I'll back off of this one. So,
no kidding.
and she said the bird was probably only, I don't know, 1 or 2 years old. So
that bird still has a long life on it.
Oh, God, yes. So I turned it down, but people said I was crazy, and I was like, nah, I don't think so. I didn't want anything to do with that.
No, and she probably had it there and wasn't allowing him to come get it either.
Oh, yeah.
I hate people like that. I just get so incensed.
Oh, shit.
It's kind of like watching those what are they called? The ones who go out and save animals that have been really abused.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Crack-a-lack.
Hey, Doug, how's it going?
Crack-a-lackin'.
Yeah.
Crack-a-lackin'.
Yeah, those people, there's plenty of those on YouTube, too.
Yeah.
They do it just for the views, you know.
Well, I don't mind, or I have no problems with anyone who's able to take care of their animals and take
none whatsoever. None
love
whatsoever.
them and everything. But ones who, you know, there's times when you make accidents and accidentally get more than you can handle.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah. By the way, hi, Doug. But there's a point to it. I mean, there's so many people who have this attitude of, well, possession.
Oh, yeah.
And okay, yes, it's your animal, or you know, was your ex's animal or whatever.
Right.
But it's not a toy.
No.
People don't.
An animal, to me, is part of your family.
Yeah.
You know, it's not an inanimate object. You know.
Exactly.
Like
It's a living creature.
Right. And they get attached to people like, you know, we get attached to them. But some people, and there's a ton of YouTubers on here that have gotten into this reptile deal just for the money.
Yep.
Which kills me. It's like, damn, do some research. You know, look up what you're doing. But there's tons of them that started out on here. Shit, I can name like, hell, 24 people right off the bat, but I won't.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good
they're
idea.
just in it for the money. That's the only thing they're in it for.
Yeah.
So, and some of them still say they're in it for the animal, but they're not.
Yeah.
And you can tell this by their videos and what they put out. So
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know.
it's kind of a crock of shit, but I guess to each their own, and too bad the animals suffer.
But I was watching one person, and it's not bad. He's good. Wiccan's Wicked.
Reptiles, yeah.
Yeah,
Adam Wiccan, yeah.
yeah. He's nice as far as I
He's a,
see. I mean,
he's
there's.
a nice guy, but I don't know particularly if he got into it because he liked the animals, because he said he's only been in it a couple of years, where I've been in it basically all my life since I was 3 or 4.
But there's a difference too. Some people weren't able to have animals when they're certain types of animals, or animals when they were with their family. But they move out, they're able to get some. I know with he had mentioned that that was it him? No, it was someone else who mentioned that. He I watch what he does with the animals and how he treats them and everything. And he's very careful with every single one of them. And he does take very good care. So,
like I say, I've watched him for a couple of years now, and he's gotten a lot better. Mm-hmm. I will give him that. You know,
good.
Because when he first started out,
he was a newbie.
He was on YouTube. And it was a money thing, you know, like everyone else, you know, they got on here in the beginning for the money, but they thought they could make easy money at YouTube. And it's not only animals. I've watched other channels too.
Oh, yeah.
I've followed for a while, and they were the same way. And some of them are quote unquote experts. And I hate that word, because an X is a has-been, and a perk is a drip under pressure. So anyone who thinks they are an expert at something, I usually have nothing to do with.
A lot of time, I always say that I know stuff, but everyone else knows stuff too. It's
exactly.
a simple factor of there's more ways than one to do something.
God, yes.
And there are too many people who go by, you know, I've learned this. This is my way, my ways, the only way to do it, blah, 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 blah.
There's a ton of that kind of stuff.
Eric says he's an expert a-hole, and I do believe that he can be.
Now, wait a minute, Eric. I got you by a couple of years, so you got a ways to go to catch up to me.
Oh, man. I'm mean. Nothing. Another person who has watched one of my favorite shows before, Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, God.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
I forget exactly how he said it, but it was good.
Sergeant Schultz.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I loved it. What did I call him? An asshole?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Or did I call him a fuckhead? No, an asshole. I called him an asshole. Sorry, not sorry? I'm Canadian. I have to say sorry somehow.
Yeah. Hey,
Solo. Pythons. Anything else? I don't know, Jack. Ball pythons specifically. Okay. We're being specific here. Good. Oh, geez. Oh, come on, Eric. You didn't think that I was always so completely, utterly nice that I wouldn't swear anytime. There's actually people who thinks that of me sometimes. I'm like, okay. The thing is that nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got this when you were a kid, but every time I would swear, I would get a backhander. Ow. Fuck.
Well, we not only got that, but we also got the soap in the mouth and
Yeah,
hot
and
sauce.
stuff.
You know, Tabasco sauce was my parents'
Oh.
favorite thing. So we started liking it like, oh, hell, give me more, you know.
Hot sauce.
Like, damn, don't be so chintzy. But yeah,
Hot sauce
we
is
went
good
through
for
that. But it was a different era back then.
Oh,
You did
yeah.
that if you did that to a kid nowadays, they'd throw you in prison, throw the key
Yeah, so
away.
fast it's ridiculous.
Oh God.
I mean,
When I lived in southern Wyoming, down in Cheyenne,
uh-huh.
I had some friends down there, real close, good friends. And they were in Walmart one night with their brat kid. And the kid was a brat. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But we had a good relationship with the kid, you know, even his parents, me, and a couple other people. And I grabbed this kid one time. I was out at their ranch one time, and the kid was throwing rocks at me. I said, Josh, you throw one more rock, I'm going to dunk you in that damn horse trough. So he picked up a rock, threw it at me. I walked over, grabbed him by the feet. Down, I dunked him. I pulled him up. I said, are you going to quit? And he swore at me, so I put him down again.
Yep.
And I pulled him up, and he's screaming for his mom and dad, and his dad's standing right next to me. He says, well, I told you, you better quit. He says, you're going to quit. And he's got mouthy with his dad, so I dunked him down a third time. Then I pulled him up, and he's screaming for his mom, and his mom says, don't look at me. You got yourself into this. And she says, you don't apologize to everybody, then you get dunked again. So I was like, hell yeah. But just some of the shit, you know, I mean, we wouldn't have pulled as kids. But
no, I had, actually, it was 10 or so years ago. My sister had this girlfriend with a brat. Oh my God, he was a brat. And when I was getting ready to go, my last day there for visiting, and he's sitting there on top of a picnic table, and he's moving his foot around, looking at me, and he says, what would you do if I kicked you in the face? And I said, I would beat your ass so hard you'd never be able to sit down again, kiddo. And he said, my mom would get mad. And I said, I'd beat her ass so hard she won't be able to move. Because she lets you do this crap.
Yep.
And he sat there and he thought it over for a moment. And he's like, yeah, I know she'd do it. He tried this bit with me. Hey, Cold.
Hey, cold-blooded.
He wanted to be picked up. He was a little kid. So I picked him up and he brought up his knees. So I dropped him. So I went up. So I went to pick him up again. Up came the knees to try to hit me in the chest. Poof, dropped him again. I says, you want to try it again? I says, I can do this all day. And I will.
Oh, God.
And at that time, our mom was still alive, and he pounced on Mom, and I just took him right off Mom. His mom wouldn't do anything, and Dorothy wasn't able to get there fast enough.
Yeah.
And her girlfriend would have freaked on her, but I took the kid and I put him down and I sat on him. Literally, just sat on him, and I'm not small. I am not small. And he's like, ah! And his mom says, you do not jump on grandma like that. And he said,
yeah, we grew up in a different time, Sherry.
oh, yeah.
Oh, there
you
we
don't
go.
do yes. And that's...
How does this new microphone sound?
No,
the microphone sounds. The microphone sounds fine.
Is it too loud?
Angie.
Nah, you're okay.
I'll stick it over here a little bit further so you can't hear me wheezing and could stick it up my nose. See how that sounds.
Then
Okay.
you can be our resident brat.
How is
There we-
everybody?
Doing
So
great. How
there was
about
some confusion the other night. Sherry started this stream up in the middle of the night, and I tried to join, but for some reason I couldn't get on. And then when I came back, a minute later, the stream was gone, and I was like, "What the fuck?" She must have turned it off.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember what exactly happened. I've been having some pretty bad ouches, so.
Oh, yeah, you said you were having a bad week. Yeah, I remember you sent me a message saying, yeah. So we just finished our lockdown here after three weeks of no shops, no shopping, and I had heaps of money, and I went into town and I got a bit carried away, and I spent a little bit too much money on this Bowie
you were
knife.
mentioning that.
I
mean, look at that.
Bowie.
You can't eat that.
No.
I know, but I could definitely catch some big hogs and eat the hogs, because look at the size of
So
this thing.
you have extra money. Why didn't you just send it uphill for here?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought this knife was. I've always wanted this particular knife because it's got some history. It's got some
you had
history
mentioned
here.
on, what was it, Curtwood's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the piece of paper here. Hang on. So this guy, back in the day, New Zealand had a land wars where the colonial government came in and tried to do the same thing that they did to the Indians in America. They tried burning them out and taking all their land. And so this guy here, he worked for the colonial government, and his name was Von Tempsky, and he started the company of forest rangers. And so he led this company of loonies that basically chased Maoris around the bush. Maoris, the local native population who was in conflict with the government. Yeah, the Maoris were in conflict with the colonial government over the land grab, the land wars, and so this guy Von Tempsky, he came over from America with this big Bowie knife, and he taught all the guys in the there were 30 of them, and he got them all a big knife like this made specially for each one of them, and taught them how to fight with it. And so yeah, there's a bit of a legend about this guy. I mean, sort of like, have you ever heard of the legend of Ned Kelly in Australia? Ned Kelly. So Ned Kelly was a guy who made himself body armor, and he put he had a helmet, and it had all this steel body armor, and he had a big shootout with the cops, and him and his gang were robbing all the banks in Australia, and he became like a folk hero in Australia. And so Von Tempsky is New Zealand's version of Australia. Australia had Ned Kelly, we had Von Tempsky. So it's kind of, it came with this beautiful.
The U.S. had Custer.
Yeah, well, there was this English general called General Cameron, and he had this amazing British military jacket, with all the gold buttons down the front and that.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so funny. in a skirmish, one of the Maori sharpshooters from over like 200 yards away shot one of the gold buttons off his tunic with it, and didn't hit him or kill him, just shot the button off his shirt. And the general was heard to proclaim loudly, what did he say? He said, "God damn it, the niggers have found us out." Something like that, something naughty. It's like, the natives have found us, god damn it. And the guys used to have a scribe that would follow along behind them, recording everything they said, writing it all down and that.
Yeah.
when his button got shot off, he yelled it out. "Oh no, the Maoris have found us."
Oh man.
Oh, they found us. They're gonna get us. This is the other one I got. It must have been a hell of a shot to shoot his button off his shirt from that far away and not actually kill him.
That was a good shooter.
One hell of a shot. So
Yeah.
this is supposed to strap to your leg. I got told that you strap this to your leg. I haven't done it yet, but it's cool, eh? Like, just a nice little thing. It's a tartang, which is Filipino, believe it or not, Philippines. So it's a Filipino design. So that's two little interesting things that I picked up from my collection. Right, enough about me. So what have you two been up to this week?
I have been up to trying to keep pain levels down.
Okay, yeah, I know what that's like.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And having.
Have you had headaches? Headaches and what,
Headaches,
like
body.
allergy? Yeah. And how about you, Brad? He's
just
not
gone for
there.
a few. He's getting
He's just gone for a
grabbing
minute.
drink.
We'll
Yeah,
ask him in a minute.
I've got some.
Just general old age. As you get older, you tend
It's
to. No?
fibromyalgia.
Specific. Oh yeah, no, I know what that is. My best friend James has that, and he's only sort of in his he's in his mid 30s, and he's really suffering. Like, he hardly ever goes out of the house. He hardly goes anywhere or does anything because he reckons he just aches.
Down too.
Yeah, he aches all over. He said it's terrible.
It's one of
so
the
how you
sensations lots of us have is it's as if bugs are crawling all over your skin too. Sometimes.
Oh, really?
That's what it feels like, and because of that, it's really difficult. I had one time, my husband David took a. It wasn't a. It was.
I just
realized.
I look like Princess Leia. I just realized.
Oh, Jesus.
We just need to get you the
Damn, Derrick.
I do.
That is good. Oh man. You know how to get.
That's too
I'll
much.
pass out.
I'll never watch Star
pass out.
Wars again.
It's I
Oh, damn.
You must help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
I think he's talking to Eric.
Lolo's saying your laugh is killing her. She's got so many laugh emojis on her. It's ridiculous.
I do have a lot of different laughs. It's true.
Oh, that's great.
Because I've
We've
actually
always
got
been able to
Tourette's.
laugh together and get people laughing because
Oh God.
when we laugh together, it's pretty good.
That's for
Is
sure.
Eric here? Is Fathead
He
here?
was here. He was
Fathead.
here.
Oh
Patrick,
God!
Patrick's
I
here
want
now.
him.
Patrick's here.
Oh, okay.
He's
Me and
not
Eric
Fathead.
when Eric, yeah, he is. That's his
Oh,
nickname.
Eric is Fathead.
Yeah.
Area
Oh,
51.
well, I called
Benji
Eric a
just
couple of other
said that he
names.
looked like Princess Leia.
I do. Fucking hell.
Guys, could you
Yeah.
watch my chat for a minute or two because my bladder just woke up with that
Sure.
joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
May the force be with you.
Oh damn.
Oh God.
Shit, Ben.
Oh, that's so
Well,
funny.
Since you got rid of your quarantine, what else have you been doing now besides shopping for knives?
I went in and bought a whole lot of ammunition.
Did you? You guys got
Yeah.
ammunition over there?
I got 3 boxes of 8 and 9 millimeters. So
Ah,
yeah. What else have I been doing? Just saving money. Because the shops are shut, I wasn't able to spend any money. So I just left all my pay in the bank and just let it build up. I had nearly $1,000 after 3 weeks.
wow. Nice.
I just wasted it. As soon as the shops opened, I just went and wasted it. And bought shit that I didn't need. But that's okay. Like,
Well, you
this
should have
knife,
bought some of those green geckos.
yeah, honestly, I did a check on those, and you can't sell or anything that's native to New Zealand. You can't buy or sell it and keep it as a pet. The only species you're allowed to do anything with is introduced species that are considered pests.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't even know if there are any. They introduced rabbits, they introduced possums, they introduced pigs, goats, deer, fucking everything else that fucks the forest up. Dogs, cats. We've got hedgehogs here. What else is there? We've got longfin eels in the rivers. If you leave a carcass in the river dead, within one night, the eels come and strip it.
Right.
Completely strip it. They're like crocodiles. They grab a hold of it and then they spin like a crocodile death roll and they rip pieces off. And so have you ever seen that episode of River Monsters with Jeremy Wade?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen
Where
some
he
other
comes
ones
to
too.
New Zealand?
Yeah.
Did you see the one where he came to New Zealand with the eels and he had it on his arm and he was holding it up and it was biting his arm?
Yeah. Yeah.
He jumped in the river covered in sheep guts and chicken guts. He rubbed it on his clothes and he got in, and within 20 minutes he was surrounded by eels as fat as my arm, my leg.
Yeah.
Big ones. So yeah, it was quite interesting to see that. I actually was thinking I should maybe go out and get some rotten meat or maybe a dead animal and take it and throw it in a creek somewhere and then just film the eels rolling up on it and stripping it. Put that on YouTube.
Everything here in Wyoming that gets road killed turns into what they call a sale cat.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're flattened and dried out so bad you can pick them up and use them like a frisbee.
Okay. Can you sell roadkill to people for snake food or like reptile
Well,
food? Like,
there's really
Thanks,
nothing
friends.
here that you would want to do that with me unless you had. There are a couple gator farms. I think there's
yeah, I was
2
gonna.
here, and I think there's 3 in Colorado. But
If you come across something on the road that's been hit and you know your snake will eat it, you'd pick it up, wouldn't you, and take it and give it to them, or
I
would you be
probably,
worried that
I'd be
it
worried
might not
about disease and stuff.
diseases and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You wouldn't know why it.
Mhm.
Well, usually it'd be by the vehicle, but you don't know what it's got on it. And-
Right.
Or
Right.
in it.
I mean, yeah, no, in New Zealand we make pies out of possums. Like
Oh, yeah.
they pest proportions. They're eating all our trees. So this guy started making rabbit pies, possum pies, deer pies, which is made of venison. So they're pretty
Right.
tasty. They're good pies, tasty pies.
Yeah, you
But
can't
Possum
do
would be
you
kind
can't
of
do that unless it's for yourself and friends.
wallaby.
Sell it here.
Wallaby, that's the other one that's been let loose here, is Australian wallabies, and they are freaking in the South Island. They're going nuts. Those wallabies,
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
you make
You
them
ain't
into
got,
pies too.
you ain't got dingoes, do you?
No, no dingoes, no. But we do have packs of wild dogs and cats, feral cats that are like dogs that have escaped from towns into the bush, or pig
People
hunters
just
or
talk about
farmers.
people's farms.
Nah, farmers and pig hunters that go into the bush and lose their dogs, and their
Uh-huh.
dogs might then wander around in the bush eating whatever it is they can find until they find another dog like a bitch on heat, and then they'll have puppies with it, and then what's happening is there's packs of wild dogs roaming the frickin' bush, and there's wild horses too. Like up in the Central Plateau, we have a population of horses called the Kaimanawa Horses,
Oh, I've heard of
and the
that.
Kaimanawa horses are a special breed of horse that only comes from there. They're like they're in Australia they have brumbies.
Right.
They have
Right.
wild brumbies. You ever seen the movie what's that movie called? The Man from Snowy River?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a
I've
cool
seen that a
movie
couple
back in the
times. That's a good
yeah,
movie.
it
It's
is.
supposed
It
to be a good
was.
movie. I just never seen it.
Yeah, no, you should watch it. The Man from Snowy River. It was actually a really good film back in the day, and it holds up even now still. The moment where he rides his horse off the edge of the cliff and rides down this cliff face, and it's just like he's
Oh,
cracking his stock whip, and he's getting and he comes in with all these brumbies, and they made a lot of money back in the day. Those guys that caught those horses.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Those horses are the ones that are pretty darn good at going up and down the hills. Like other
Yeah,
horses,
well,
like their legs and such, but they're almost like a donkey or a mule.
here in New Zealand, the Kaimanawa horses, what they did is they were getting too many of them, so they culled them, or they caught a whole bunch of them and donated them and sold them and gave them away to people all around the country to like preserve the bloodline, so that people would breed them and preserve the bloodline of the Kaimanawa horses. It's spelled
Right.
Kaiman. Kaimanawa. So yeah, AWA. Kaimanawa. KAI. Kaimanawa.
1 second. Solo, I thought you were going to Gatorland.
Solo
Go
here.
down, go down and see Savannah.
Yeah, that's what I thought she was doing. I thought you were going with the guys and going to see Savannah because Savannah was letting you guys go there. Oh, Derrick's
Solo.
there. If Derrick was
Derrick.
going to get married within 3 days, the last time I saw him on. When is Derrick's wedding day?
God, I
Today?
do look like Princess Leia. God damn it. God damn it. Like, I mean, it was bad enough that green hat picture. Now I'm stuck with frickin' Princess Leia. Princess Leia side buns. Oh my god.
Just look straight into the camera for a moment. Thank you. Thank you again.
There's no Princess Leia there. Oh, damn.
Oh my god. I didn't consider that. Like, when I bought them, I didn't think about that part. Like, I was like, I didn't try. I thought, oh, you know.
Hey, Benji, can you turn the game
Yeah.
down just a little bit on those?
I can move the microphone away from my face a bit better. Is that
Here, I can do something here.
is that better? Is that better?
That is a good microphone. Shoot.
Is that better though? Like, or,
Better there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I turned
Okay.
the sound down on you a little bit. I can do that.
okay, that's cool. I can do it here. I've got a little volume. I've got a
You're
little
loud just
volume
like I
here.
am. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Speak.
Speak, boy. Speak.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Is that good?
That's
It's
good.
good. It's very nice.
That's good. Right. Okay then. Good.
I had when I was a kid, we had Christmas, not a pageant, but one of those Christmas thingies at church, and I wasn't very old at that time. I was only about 9 or 10 or something. I forget, but we had this lineup where we each held a letter, and we had a whole bunch of stuff written on the back of the cardboard to read out. So everyone had read theirs, got to me, and I started to read, and the people way in the back were a couple people were laughing and making jokes because they could hear me, and I wasn't even up at the mic. They could hear me from where I was right to the back. No microphone, nothing.
Wow.
So they were terrorizing and teasing, so I just stopped and looked at them until they stopped being asses. And then went on again and kept reading it, read it out, and I didn't need the microphone to enunciate to the back room. But they were the ones who caused trouble. I was the one who got trouble for stopping in the middle of the show to point out that they were being bad, misbehaving, right? It's like, wait, they were the ones misbehaving. Why are you doing this to me? Hate that.
Yeah.
But, I've always been loud. Loud.
Oh no! No, it looks like a turban.
A Benji bin? A Benji beanie. Benji beanie. There we go.
I gotta grab another soda.
I'm trying to find my.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see if this works. Okay.
Thank you, Solo. So you have more options. But oh my goodness, you just make me laugh every time. So perfect. And that is perfect. Hi, Bale. Yes, you go right in.
I look like Venom with his Chinaman hat.
Oh, God. The U.S. you'd be torn apart.
Oh, yeah.
Tennessee Mountains, Gatorland, or Myrtle Beach? Gatorland.
Mm.
I really like the idea of Gatorland. I mean, it's Gatorland. What was it when Fluffy went there? Solo says she's going to wet herself laughing at you.
What if I change? What if I change to these sunglasses? How about this? Look, these are my hippie. These are my hippie sunglasses that like I only pull out for special occasions.
Okay, let's pull out the special occasion sunglasses here.
Okay.
Okay, you need side mirrors to watch behind you and stuff. Those look like, down south officer glasses. Doesn't it look like those glasses that the major officers, motorcycle officers
I was gonna say, I can't tell if he's with the Catholic Church now or what's going on there.
He is trying
I'm
to
in
get
disguise.
he's trying to get rid of the Princess Leia. However,
I think he did that.
well, so it kind of looks like Princess Leia with a hat.
I don't know what I fucking look like.
See,
I don't think Princess Leia was ever there.
Ah.
well, she was stoned a lot anyway, so it's
Yeah. Now he looks like something on a broom off the Wizard of Oz.
He does. Yeah, you look like the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh my God, I have got to make something out of this. I really, really, really do. That is so funny. Hey, my little buddy ran away. Where the heck did Patrick go?
I think we scared him. Benji scared him.
It wasn't me. It's not my fault. Like, this is just what I look like. I can't help the way I look. Goodness me.
Some people are just going to have to get over it, Benji. We understand.
Oh, Benji.
You can only exactly. You can only make the best of what you've got, and I'm making the best of my situation.
Solo said you got a new pup.
A what?
A new
Solo
pup?
says someone has a new pup. I don't know who has a new. Says, did you guys see his new pup? Whose new pup? Who has
My what?
A new dog.
Pup. New puppy dog.
No, not me.
Oh, Patrick.
Patrick.
Well, I've only got this new knife.
Freaking hey, kiddo.
My new sword. You pick my nose with it.
Ooh. Only if you want to put in a nose ring.
Okay. I have given him heck. Told him, get on here, show me his new puppy. Silly boy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
go on
Todd.
then.
No
Todd's
problem being
in.
late.
Hey, Todd, how you doing?
Hello, Todd. How are you, Todd?
You're
We're
sneezing.
all we're
That's
just like I was just disguising my Princess Leia ears.
Solo. I have not been watching very many videos unless I can turn the sound off and not listen to them because it's been hurting a lot. So I haven't been listening to anyone.
I look like Princess Leia, don't I? I know. It's alright. Like
Put the.
we'll work through it. It'll buff out.
I haven't been watching anyone's videos solo. I try to watch a bit, but if I can't watch something, if I can't watch it with the volume and hearing them talk, I haven't been watching it because it's been ouch.
Jump on, Todd.
Come on, Todd.
Yes, definitely. Come
Unless
and
you're
say
doing something
hello.
else.
Come and hang out with us, Todd.
Silly invite thing.
Solo says her allergies are killing her weenies.
Now her weenies are having trouble with them. Waiting to see if you stop sneezing. Yeah, but that
Is
might
Todd?
be a while. If we're still
Todd's
going.
not going to come on, is he? No.
He might.
He's sneezing right now, but
He's
I got a
sneezing.
neighbor that does the same thing. He goes into sneezing spells and he'll sneeze for 5 minutes straight or so. And he
Todd's
can't.
going. I'm not getting on with those crazy freaking lunatics. He's looking at us thinking, there's no way I want to be associated with that.
Not with those lunatics, not a chance.
Where's Venom? That's what I want to know. Like, what's happened to Mr. Venom? Because I haven't seen or
I
heard.
told him
He's
Yeah,
got some
he's
stuff going
been.
on, doesn't he?
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he said he'd been up the mountain, but like, yeah, he's been posting his usual feeding videos and stuff, so that's cool.
Yeah, I've seen the
That is
videos.
cool.
So.
Yeah, actually, some of his videos. Some of his videos. Is this him? The offline? Oh, this is the offline predator. We were just the online predator. We got the offline.
Yeah, this is me.
Hey, man.
Hey.
No.
How are you, Todd?
Oh, I've been better, but I figured
Oh,
at
man.
least I could do a stop by.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
glad you did.
Come and check out my Princess Leia look.
Dude, that's weird.
Yeah.
So it says he said he's been trying to stop drinking because he's pissing people off because of it.
Who has? Who's
Person
been
up.
naughty? What?
Apparently,
Oh, Venom.
Venom.
Who's been drinking
Oh, Venom
and
drinks,
pissing
but
people off?
Why the heck would anybody
Who's
be
been
pissed off because he was drinking? Who cares?
Someone annoying?
must have said
Allegedly?
something to him.
Huh? What the fuck? You people, that's fuck. Where did the offline predator go?
He
He's
dropped off for a moment.
if Van. What the?
He dropped.
That was. Hopefully, comes back. Because
Yeah, Todd's still here, but
Can
I
Venom
just,
not put up
Venom.
with us anymore because
There we
he's
go.
got a drink or?
come
Welcome
back, Todd. Come back. Here he is. Is he
Okay,
gonna
so
come? Is he
I
going
bumped
to?
Patrick and
Yeah,
I
here he
bumped
is.
Venom.
Hey.
Venom knows I don't.
Yeah. We all have Well,
easygoing about people on the stream.
Casey was in
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
Todd. but
He
I don't
was?
know.
Casey,
Yeah, he was.
welcome back, Matt.
Well, so now,
Welcome back, Matt.
so Venom's trying to quit drinking.
Apparently,
Hell, if
Okay.
that's what Solo says.
I
Huh.
heard,
Pissing people off, apparently.
I heard that something was going on with him, but I didn't know it was that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay.
Well,
That's cool. And I'm an alcoholic. I don't drink anymore, but if I did, it wouldn't be good.
That's me. I haven't drank in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I quit
congratulations.
drinking after my early 20s.
It's good that we know that our limits. No.
I haven't
Some
gotten alcohol since I moved out here. That was quite a few years ago. Not
some
saying-
people drink themselves right into the ground.
I was headed
It's
that
sad
way.
to watch.
my
It's sad to watch.
well, when I came out
So
here,
you stopped
2.5
6
days
years.
off.
That's pretty good.
2.5 days on the bus after my friends got me loaded the night before.
Mhm.
God's the amount of alcohol they got me to drink that night.
I think I quit by the
And
time
No.
I
I
haven't been able to
Why?
drink since then.
Yeah, I never got anything out of it, so I just never did it anymore. So,
I never cared, but they bought over $100 worth of alcohol for me. So it
I was
went.
gonna
I'm
say-
glad that you don't.
I can
I'm a
remember
nasty
a few
drunk.
times
Like
in
I'll
high
ad-
school where there were nights that I couldn't remember what happened, but
Oh, I had
don't
one
you
night
ever
like
let
that.
me drink rum.
I had one night, and they had to bring me up the stairs that I fell down.
ooh,
If anybody lets me drink rum, call the police.
Oh,
I think I got thrown in the back of a pickup one time in the middle of winter, several feet of snow, and they took me home that way. I don't remember it, but that's what I was told.
I remember waking up,
What
looking
did-
at the ceiling, and then screaming.
Was there? Did any of you guys have a particular drink that, if you drank it, it would like trigger you into
Wine.
like a really bad state?
I'm a
Like for me, it's
severe-
rum.
I'm-
If I drink rum, I wake up in the police station and I don't know how I got there. Like it's always rum.
If
Huh.
I drink wine, I'm a severe, vicious bitch.
Right. Okay. So
Believe
that's what I'm
me,
asking.
I'm
Like,
not nice.
have we all got our Achilles heel like drink? Like, there's a certain drink that if you drink it, you just turn into an animal. Like,
Well, when I
Attorney,
drank beer, I pissed all the time, so that was kind of a waste.
for
of
me,
money.
it's fucking Bundaberg rum. If you put Jamaican rum, any sort of rum in front of me, and I drink it, like you need to call the police. Like you really do.
tell me to come next.
Ah,
See, anything I drink,
I-
any alcohol, it'll trigger this. Like you have to get more. You have to get more,
Yeah.
and then once I'm drunk,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm generally a funny drunk, but I have that side of me that goes Jekyll and Hyde. And
Yeah,
people
I'm gonna
are
call the
like,
police. Yeah.
My God, we thought we were going to have to shoot you or something,
Yes, this is what happens to me. Yes, they have to call the police to.
I was
To,
always a good fun drunk. So
With
look
me and
after me until I sober up.
my neighbor's that way
I'm
too.
s-
He's a fun drunk. Of course, he drinks constantly, but
Well, there was this one time in the dorms that I was drinking, and I chased a few guys down the hallway with a toy axe. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah,
Hey,
generally
they
speaking,
tried to bug me on what to put on for my birthday. I was like, "Nah, we're watching what I'm watching." So they kept bugging and bugging. And I chased them
Generally
around with a
speaking,
toy axe.
anybody who chases anybody with an axe is definitely
It was
Yeah, that's
a
a little different.
toy.
Definitely.
shouldn't
was
be drinking. Don't drink. No more for you.
I was sober. Never mind.
You shouldn't be chasing people
You were
with axes
sober.
either.
I was sober.
You were sober. Bloody
Yeah.
hell! I'd hate to see you when you're drunk.
You don't want to see me when
If
I'm
that's
drinking.
you when you're sober. Yeah, God, give you a bottle of wine and watch what happens.
I saw enough drunks and different personalities when I bartended. That was enough of that. I did that for about 2 or 3 years part time, and that wasn't fun. It was at first, but then it got to be where it wasn't fun anymore. So
Yes.
I had to
Yeah,
call the
you get a lot of.
I had to call the cops on the owner of the bar one night. He was so bad and annoying customers. I had to call the cops and get him out.
Oh God, an
Yeah.
embarrassing owner. There's nothing
yeah.
worse than an embarrassing owner.
No.
If you work for an embarrassing owner, man, I feel so sorry for you.
Oh, it was bad at times, but it got to where being a bartender just wasn't any fun anymore. So,
Yeah. That's not good.
yeah, Solo kind of put some stuff on there
Yeah, Solo
explaining
said
what happened. But thing is, when you get on a live stream, if you put yourself out there, you got to expect to take some shit. And that was just minor shit too. So
Wait, who took shit? Venom or?
no, Kurt. Venom was giving Kurt some shit.
Oh,
And
okay.
I mean, he wasn't doing it mean. So
Venom
When was this?
joking around putting music on apparently, and his music is usually
When was
the type thing.
when was this? When did this happen?
I don't know. I never saw that. When did that happen, Solo? Yeah. So apparently they got into a little argument.
Oh, maybe that's why he's being so quiet then.
That could be.
I still say if you're going to go live and put out videos and stuff, you got to be able to take it.
Venom.
Some of Venom's titles.
Some of his titles.
Some of Venom's titles, like you know, the stream that he did that night. This is for all the uncool kids who weren't invited to Curtwood's stream. That's kind of like.
I remember that, but
yeah, and I think like that shit stirring, like he was shit stirring, trying to get a reaction from Kurt, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
I think he was just kind of being snarky.
Right.
I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's not the first time he's done it. Like, I've seen him make other controversial names for his streams that could potentially make people upset, but
it's the way he jokes
depending
around,
on,
and it's.
Yeah, I think he is joking, but I think.
Yeah, he's joking.
I heard BPL say that one time Venom did a stream called Fuck BPL. I looked for it. It must be deleted because I couldn't find it. But
yeah, they kind of got into it too. And David said that he shouldn't have got so upset about it. So
yeah, he said, I remember that was said it was cool.
Yeah.
But I'm just seeing I might be seeing a pattern here.
That's the way he jokes. He terrorizes people like that. But I've never had any trouble with Venom. I mean, he came on once.
No, me neither. I really love him. I love him. I love him to bits. Absolutely love him
his
to
music,
bits.
and I said, please don't put that on because I do have younger people who do come on here.
Right.
And he respected me, and he's never done it since. All you have to do is.
So you were talking about the boats and hose music and that.
Yeah,
like TNT's videos. he wants everybody to keep it more family oriented. So
Well, it's not so much family oriented. I just didn't want that on for
right for
youngsters. It's just didn't. I mean, a little bit of swearing, youth can. It's not too bad, but that music was just
The
to me at
question
that
is
point.
though, like, is this R18? Are these R18 adult chats, or are these
Well,
for
there's
kids?
our
Like,
his
we're adults.
his are ones which you want to have youth in. Mine,
right.
I have youth in here. They're a little older youth, more teenagers. But at that time when he did come in doing the music, I did have a couple of the younger ones in. So
Yeah.
I asked him not to.
Okay, well, maybe
He
it was
listens-
just bad
he-
timing.
Well, the thing is, he jokes around, but if you ask him not to do something, he won't do it.
Well, and like with
Yeah, well,
me,
that's respecting.
I've had to start wrenching. Like like when I do a live, I normally just handled all the admin stuff myself because like I don't have like hundreds of people watching my lives.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I count on and what I figured is I want
Hey,
to
Mark.
leave my live up after it. Like I don't want to delete it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what
Yeah.
Venom does.
It'd be
Because-
nice, wouldn't it? Mhm.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's
You've
like,
had so much controversy. Mm.
well, it's along the lines of people go back and watch my lives after the fact.
Yeah.
And so I want to leave them up. And the thing of it is I'm all for like joking around and stuff, but I don't want like, a bunch of
Yeah.
F-bombs and stuff in my chat.
Right.
When I
Nah.
also, have a lot of people who are like teachers I know, or like, giving
Yeah,
kids my
I
YouTube
know.
link and stuff.
Hey, I want to apologize if me and Eric ever take it a little bit too far. Like, we don't mean to be offensive.
No, you guys were
We're
fine,
just
but
sort
I'm
of-
just, but just some people like just come in and F this, F that, F you.
I know.
know.
I'm just saying, if we ever cross
No.
the line, I'm sorry. Like, I
No,
apologize
you-
if we cross the line.
You didn't though. I do want to know if Coven and Creatures really does have an OnlyFans though. I mean, you gotta spill those beans.
Apparently, Eric was blowing all his money on it.
Well, I mean, I don't care if Curtwood
Yeah.
has one. I'd as soon not know. But Coven Creatures, yeah, I'd be interested.
yeah. I think we'll have to ask Eric, because Eric was the one that was joking about it, like that he'd blown all his money for the week watching it, and
I was going to say right about the
I don't
time
know whether he
OnlyFans is cool, they're going to change it or something. You wait and see.
Yeah, I heard that. That they're gonna stop putting adult content on there.
And
What's
then
that?
It did.
then I've heard they're going back, and they've decided not to because they're going to lose so many people.
Oh.
I don't know.
Right, okay. And I heard recently that China has imposed a video game ban on children,
Yes.
and all
Yeah,
kids in China
Only an
now
hour a week or
are
something.
banned. They're allowed 1 hour a week or something. Like, it's it's kind of like, wow, man, that's pretty brutal.
Well, I mean,
What are those kids gonna do now?
spend more time doing algebra homework and stuff. I mean,
There's enough homework on kids now as it is. It's wow.
well, I was going to say here in the States, the educational system is not nearly as strict as it is in your Asian countries.
Not nearly as good either as it is in Asian countries.
Right.
Well, hey Gary, how's it going?
Hey, Gary.
Glad to see you.
Hey, Gary.
Hey,
My
Gary.
brain just went dead.
If you ever watch some of those videos that are on YouTube about Jay Leno going around and asking simple questions, to even people in college professors, and they don't know the answers to stuff that is so simple that they have no basic knowledge anymore. They don't teach that stuff anymore.
Humans have become very stupid. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that the from what I've heard, I mean, I don't know about the state so much except for what I hear about the education system, but I've heard that it's not standardized all the way through.
No, it's not.
Each one
It's
is
not.
very different. And there's many things that can be taught in one state where even from one city to the next.
Oh yeah.
Don't you call it a GED? You call it a GED over there, don't you?
Well, that's the alternative to high school graduation.
Ah, okay. So what do you call it when you graduate high school? What's that called?
Well, that's a high school diploma, but GED is general education. So they give them some basic and give them a certificate, a GED certificate.
Yeah.
But
Here we call it NCEA, they call it here, but we used to call it school certificate. It was called school certificate when you're in fifth form, which is you're 15 years old, You'd start third form at 13, 14 you're in fourth form, 15 you're in fifth form, 16 you're in 16 you're in sixth form, 17 you're in seventh form, and then at 17 you do university entrance here, and you probably go to university at the age of 18 and study for 3 to 4 years for a diploma, and sort of by the age of 23 to 24 you might become a doctor or a lawyer out of university with a master's.
hey,
You
Todd,
could get a master's.
Solo wanted to say something about I slipped, but I corrected myself on your live, Todd. I do respect you. There it is. And your
I was
channel.
wondering, Todd.
Tell her not to worry about it.
You're a
Don't worry about
herpetologist.
it, Solo.
You're a
No.
herpetologist, right, Todd?
No, I'm actually an environmental scientist.
Oh, okay. So did you go to university and study and get a degree, a diploma?
Yeah, I've got a master's in environmental science.
Oh, wow. You did a master's. How long did that take? Was it a master's is like 6 years, isn't it?
It's like I went after I
4
got
years?
my bachelor's, so it took me 2 years after I got my bachelor's.
2 years. So what was it? 4 years all up?
He had
was
bachelor's, then that.
It was like 6 years altogether.
6 years altogether. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 6 years. Yeah, that's amazing, man. You stuck at it. Wow, big respect. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mark is saying thank you to the guys who subbed to my channel and helped me get to 350 subs. Really appreciate it.
Nice.
No worries, Mark.
Very
no worries, man.
congratulations.
Who is Mark the Spider Guy?
Who is Mark the Spider Guy?
I mean, well, let's
Mark
find out. Gonna drop his link in the
Mark,
chat.
drop a link. Drop your link, please,
And we'll sub.
Mark. So you get a few
And we'll
more
sub, man.
A couple more subs. Speaking capabilities out the window.
Hey, have any of you heard of a channel called Dave's Little Beasties?
I've heard of it. I don't
I have to
remember
take a
if
look
I've
at it.
watched it or not, but
Oh man, he's awesome. This is dude Spider Keeper from England. He's an English pommy guy, and he's posted some cool videos. Last week I noticed this young kid called Afro.
The Afro guy.
Afro Herper, and he's like a 17-year-old kid, with this huge big afro,
He's been
and
around.
he saved a snake.
Yeah,
So you've
he's a
heard
good
of
guy.
him before? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I've
He
heard of.
saved a snake last week that was
Good
covered
for
in
him.
rat bites, and he put the special silver stuff down its back, like
Oh, and got rid.
and he
I
held
forget
it all up.
stuff, yeah.
Special iodine washes where he was putting it in a tub with iodine,
Mark said he met that
and he
guy
actually
last
got it to shed. Oh really?
Dave's awesome.
He
Man
got it
has
to shed.
nice.
He got the snake to shed, and this snake was fucked when he got it. It was, sorry for the language, but yeah, no, it was dehydrated, and it had rat bites all over it, and one of its eyes was stuck shut from the shed that hadn't happened, and it was wobbly too. It had a bit of spider morph gene in it or something, and it was a wobbly snake. It had like a wobbly head where it was
Oh, it has
acting
the spider.
fun. It was acting,
Okay.
yeah, it was acting weird. Like it was
Well,
flopping around and acting all weird.
yeah. The factor that it had been bitten up by rats could have part of the issue there too.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, I'm not sure, but he
Todd
did a
ran
really
away.
good job fixing the snake up. It looked
Sounds.
really good. Once he'd
Why did
finished
Todd
with it,
run
it looked
away?
great. I don't know where Todd did. Todd just jump off? Maybe he
Yeah,
was
Todd
getting
just
because he
jumped off.
turned
I
his
don't know why. He turned
he turned
around
his
and
camera off.
was looking at the camera directly and then off. Turned
Yeah, he
himself
turned
off.
his camera off just before. Maybe it had enough. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I hope he's
And
not upset about something.
it
First
happens
thing
to
I
me
think these
sometimes
days.
where I get cut off.
Yeah,
I get shut off.
but it looked like he.
Deliberately turned it off. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
he just had enough.
there we go. Whoop. Clunk.
We have been going nearly 2 hours.
That could be it too, but I hope something won't frustrate him. Well, oh, there he is again. He just
Oh, cool.
accidentally dropped. I was hoping you didn't drop on
Yeah.
purpose.
No,
It wasn't
I
a
was
Ricky
trying
Bookie move.
I was trying to read something in chat, and like when I go to chat and I try to get back, it's like I get cut out.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
I
is
have
that
the same problem. That happens to
So
me too.
well? You guys use the phone too, right?
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
using
Yeah,
my
we're
phone.
using a phone, not a
And so,
laptop. Yeah, laptop
Yeah,
and I
I'm
mean,
using,
seems
our
better.
fingers are all bigger than those stupid little.
We see, I do my
buttons.
lives like I use it from my phone, and like I bring it in close, and then it's like I read the chat on the computer
Yeah,
while it's going. I
right.
always do it in that one room
but that
because
works.
it's just like when I do these on my phone, I haven't figured out a way to get the chat to where I can see it and still
Me either.
manage it.
Me either. I
And
can't either. I
And you
can
don't
when
have
I'm on the panel.
and you don't
No
have
chat.
a pad type of thing or anything like that either.
well, I mean, like my wife has an iPad and stuff, but it's like
Well,
I,
she'd be
I
using
just
it.
I just
Yeah.
well, it's just as easy
Yeah.
for me to do all my lives from my desk, and I just
Yeah,
I just
That's
got
a
off the
good
phone
point.
with Derrick,
Like,
and I was telling him about why I try to keep him at just an hour and stuff and not go longer, but
yeah. A lot of people find it
Which-
gets boring after a certain amount of time, and I just keep going.
I discovered something the other day, Todd, that because I've got an Xbox, and so I can watch my Xbox feed on the TV and then look at the comments on my phone. So all you need is two devices, one to talk and one to watch the comments.
Mm.
exactly, and that's
That
why
solves that. It it does work. You can solve that problem. You can get around it.
And that's why you do it that way.
Well,
like the way
and
you
I
roll.
bring my phone in fairly close in my lives and angle it upward, because like when I do a live from my desktop, it's like the camera picks up the entire room, and that place is like a bomb's hit it or something. I mean, like we literally like my office is where we moved everything when we moved in. We moved everything just into the office just to get it out of the way so we could start like living in the house. And
Yeah.
so it's like it's a disaster area in there, and I'm still working on it. And but it's just like I don't want everybody to see this room, so it's like I just freaking do it from my phone, and then I watch the chat
Oh, it's okay, man.
from the live or from the desktop. That works out.
No judgment here, bro. I look
Okay,
like
you're-
Princess Leia, so.
Over there. 1 second.
Save us, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're our greatest hope.
So Todd, tell me, how often do you find pygmies down there?
Me?
Yes.
Oh God.
God, I can find 10 a week. I mean, if I go.
Oh wow.
They're very the western pygmy. It's like it's like this is probably the furthest west it ranges, but in central Oklahoma, like south of where I'm at, it's just absolute hotspot kind of habitat for them. And cottonmouths, there's a lot of them there.
Wow. I've got a buddy in Arkansas down in McGee.
Mm-hmm.
So he would be southeast of you. And he's got tons of copperheads and cottonmouths. But he's not into snakes other than killing the damn things. And I'm like, man, you can't be killing all the snakes.
Oh.
So many people are scared of snakes.
Oh God.
And
Sell
I mean,
them.
it's still a lot of people. Not as bad as it used to be, mind you.
Right.
But still, there's a lot of people who just don't like them.
If you catch
and they just
if you catch a snake in the wild, what's the chances? What's the chances of a wild snake surviving in captivity?
Probably about 50-50.
If you caught a snake in the wild,
depends on the snake.
okay, so they don't like being caught wild and put in
like
to an enclosure.
Like I most of what I keep is wild caught stuff, and like and like the thing of it is most things, okay, like western pygmies, for example, the smaller younger ones, the subadults, they almost never make it in captivity. Now, like if you can find a full-grown adult one that's already on rodents, you've got a lot better chance.
Yeah.
Now like take like a western diamondback. I caught 2 western diamondbacks like a year ago, and they both just ate for the first time last week. So they both went an entire year without eating and didn't get unhealthy or sick or anything. And it just took a long time for them to eat. And now they're fine and they're still healthy. And
during that 1 year, did they just do nothing but drink water? Did they eat anything at all? Pellets, anything? Like, is it?
No, the only time they would drink
nothing.
The only time they would even drink water is I never saw them drink out of the bowl, but when I would mist them, they would drink off their own scales, which that's very common for wild snakes to do. Especially rattlesnakes.
Because the timbers, they don't fare well. They fare even less well than some, right?
I think
so. Certain breeds of snakes are
Right. With
adjust to
most
captivity better than others.
yeah, most natives in the United States, I don't think the younger ones do as well as the adults. Now, some people will argue with me on that, but it's just like, you know, it's just kind of like it's different per species, and like things like bull snakes and king snakes that have incredibly strong feeding responses. Usually, they're a lot easier to get going in captivity, whether they're adult or young or whichever. But it's like some
Mm-hmm.
species, like a friend of mine keeps Graham's crayfish snakes, and those things only eat crayfish that are molting. They eat crayfish, but it has to
Oh
be when the
wow!
crayfish is soft. So he has to raise
Salt,
and
salt,
maintain.
saltwater,
No, it's
Where
a
saltwater
there's
crayfish
salt.
or freshwater crayfish.
freshwater crayfish. But
So they
Oh
would have
wow!
to be having their, like you said, molting,
yeah,
like the spider would.
they only eat crayfish when they molt, because like a crayfish shell is too hard for them to
Huh.
swallow, and so he has to raise his own crayfish. He has his own crayfish colony, but they're amazing snakes. I mean, I totally am glad that he's gotten into them.
That
But,
room is
he's just he's really went out of his way. But it's just kind of like, and honestly, I was surprised that he got those to survive in captivity, because you see them 2 weeks out of the year, and then they only eat freshly shed crayfish, and you can't collect enough of those in the wild
Wow!
to make it acceptable. So he just started his own colony, and he's been doing it, and it seems to be working. So
Very interesting. Always find that you're very knowledgeable.
well,
Good to talk to.
I've been messing around with reptiles since I was like 5, 6 years old, and that's like all I would read. Like when I was younger, like long before the internet,
Yeah.
you had books and you had TV, and all I would watch was nature shows, and all I would read is books on nature. Like I couldn't sit down and read a book or a novel. I just couldn't do it. But like give me a book on snakes or turtles, I'll read that, and and so it's been a lifetime of accumulated knowledge.
Oh, speaking of which, do you remember those books, those series of books? And I used to read these all the time. There were about two brothers that used to go around the world capturing live animals for zoos, and the different books were called like Lion Adventure. Um, it was like African Adventure.
Those
It was
sounds
named after
familiar.
each. Yeah, the brothers were called Hal and his little brother, and they worked for their father, and they'd capture these animals and they'd bring them back, and he'd sell them to the zoo.
Right.
And so yeah, I used to read these books like religiously. Like if you Google,
Alan
oh
Roger
god,
Hunt.
I'd have to think up the author's name.
Alan Roger Hunt.
Yes, I think it was Alan Hunt. Yeah, Lion Adventure. And there
Hmm.
was another one called oh fuck, there was about 20 or 30 of them, these books. Elephant Adventure. And there were other ones where he'd catch the snakes. There was one in the Pacific Islands where he's walking across a lagoon and he gets his foot stuck in one of those giant clams, and he has to like reach down with a knife and cut the muscle and let the clam release his foot to get out before the tide came in and drowned him.
Oh,
I just really
Willard
enjoyed
Price,
reading those books.
Canadian-born American.
Willard Price. That's it. Willard Price. That's the dude. Yeah, those are the books I'm talking about. There's a whole. Can you read the
Amazon
titles of all the
Adventure
different
series,
ones?
it's called.
Yes,
John
yes.
Huntington's.
And what are the names of the other? Yeah, and what are the names of the other books?
There's Adventure series and referred to as the Adventure series. There's Amazon Adventure. Oh boy, quite a few. South Sea
Yeah.
Adventure, Underwater Adventure, Volcano Adventure,
African.
Whale Adventure, African Adventure,
Yeah.
Elephant Adventure,
Yeah,
Safari, Lion, Gorilla, Diving, Cannibal, Tiger, and Arctic.
exactly. Though, yeah, I'm absolutely highly recommend those books. I can't recommend those books enough. They're just really good.
So they're
Like I used to read Biggles. I used to read Biggles as well. Do you remember Biggles books?
Biggles. I have no clue.
Biggles.
I've heard of them before.
Oh, it was like a British. Yeah, I mean, you have to like, man, I was born.
The one with the airplane
like,
here. 1932 started.
Yeah, Biggles. Yeah, Biggles with the airplane, World War One. Soap with camels.
Started in 1932, and they had
yeah,
mostly comic books, and then was it?
Yeah. So what about you guys? Have you got any like favorite books that you guys used to read growing up?
Farley Mowat series. I liked Farley Mowat because Canadian.
What about you, Todd? What was your preferred reading when you were like a teenager and that?
Okay, probably the only author whose books I could read that were that were fiction is a guy named Jack London. He wrote Call of the Wild and White Fang.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
And I wouldn't have been able to read those if it hadn't been linked to nature. Like,
yeah.
If it was a story about like some dude that like moved into the city and got a job and started drinking or doing coke or something, yeah, I'd have lost interest. But it was about animals, and so I actually read his books.
Yeah.
The last novel that I read was called The Loop. It's about the wolves up in Montana when they first tried to put them back in and stuff. And that was a good book.
There's an awful lot to that for bringing the wolves were from BC?
Oh God, my battery.
Yeah, they were.
I'm gonna have to change my battery.
Yeah, I think they were either from BC or Alberta. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember either now. But that was the last novel I read. But
yeah,
yeah,
I've heard an awful lot about what was going on about when they went down. I was thinking, oh my goodness, they're gonna kill them.
They're still battling. The ranchers, the Cattlemen's Association here in Wyoming still has a lot of pull.
Yeah.
So,
just gonna switch my battery, guys.
Through people I know around my area.
Switch my battery.
Yeah, I know where there's within about 40 miles of where I live. I know to the west of me, I know for a fact that at least 24 wolves have been taken. So, I mean, and
there's also a point in which one of the packs had trouble with the alpha female, and when the males went away, the other females decided to kill her. She was that much of a bitch.
Yeah, that's
the other wolves killed her.
That's fact right. So,
yeah.
But
so
the wolves here haven't been too bad in Wyoming. I know a few ranchers have had problems, and generally the DNR steps in then and tries to equalize the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But for most people here, like I say, Wyoming is still pretty backwards as far as the way they do things. So,
When it comes,
we've only got a population of 500,000 people in the whole state. So 75% of the state is still public land. And they go back and forth constantly here with different things. We had a game warden killed earlier this year. They were out shooting coyotes from the air, and the airplane crashed. So we lost 2 people there. And there's been controversy about that. This whole state is controversy constantly, which you wouldn't think it would be, but it is. And they don't think much of conserving some things, like snakes, for instance. I've talked my head off constantly about snakes. And when I was in Colorado, in northern Colorado, I was heading to the rifle range one day because I was still competitively target shooting at the time. And I saw a rattlesnake in the middle of the road. So I stopped my truck, got my snake hook, and got him off the road. Well, a rancher had pulled up behind me, and he stopped. He said, "Boy, did I just see you take a rattlesnake off the road?" And I said, "Yes, sir, you did." And he said, "Why the hell would you do that?" So
because they get rid of pests.
Well, I spent about a half hour talking with this rancher, and he says, "I'll be damned." He says, "I never thought of it like that."
Mm-hmm.
And I explained to him all the good that the snakes do. And they were killing bull snakes, rattlesnakes, anything that they saw, they'd kill.
Mm-hmm.
And after talking to this rancher, he had invited me out to his place. He had one under the porch one time. And I'd given him my number and stuff. And I told him, I said, "You ever got any problems, call me." So I went out there. We ended up being fairly decent friends. And he said, "Since that day I met you in the road," he said, "I have never killed a snake." And he says, "All my hands, I've instructed them to not kill any snakes." So, it does help from
it's
time
education.
to time, but that's the part that makes me feel good that I was able to get across to this gentleman of what good they do. And they're not the devil. They're not out to get you. But I've still got friends that live right around me here that they still believe that the only good snake is a dead snake. Even though they know that I keep snakes and stuff. And people are just scared to death of the things. And I guess it's hard for me to comprehend that somebody can be that scared of something. So,
well, it's something that's instilled in a lot of people since they're born. And people who were before, they'd be scared of something and just instill it in the next generation.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And
well, somebody said it, and I don't know who, but people fear what they do not know.
Exactly.
And
if they don't understand it, don't know what it does.
Yeah.
They have no clue.
And another thing to keep in mind is a lot of the generational fear that's been passed down about snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
A lot of that started before. Think about this. Go back to the 1940s, 1950s in the United States.
Right.
You got bit by a poisonous or a venomous snake.
You'd be gone.
Well, yeah, you're gone, or you're going to have an amputation. They didn't have good treatments for it back in the day.
No.
And a lot of countries today, like over in Africa, Southeast Asia, they still don't have good access to health care for people who have been bitten. And so I kind of I understand the fear. And I've spent a lifetime trying to educate people as well. And it's just, it can be horribly frustrating because some people just really don't care.
Take care, Mark.
Right.
Take care, Mark. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. It's great.
And I agree with you 100% on that, Todd. It's just that years ago when I did more education, and I belonged to the Denver Herpetological Society back then, I was doing birthday parties and stuff like that every weekend, and going to educating the local law enforcement, the local Department of Natural Resources. This was when I was in Colorado. And I mean, those people were just amazed. And I always used to take my midget faded rattlesnake because she was easy to handle. And I would take her along. I didn't free handle, but she was very calm. I mean, you couldn't even get her to rattle. But I would explain to people how this snake, would go into these prairie dog towns and knock off, tons of baby prairie dogs. They weren't quite big enough for the adults, but bigger prairie rattlers would take care of those. And the eagles and hawks, owls, burrowing owls, there was tons of those around here.
Mm-hmm.
But the education fact, people never realized, Well,
one thing that has been really helpful to me is I explain to them that, how many rodents a snake, like a rattlesnake or a bull snake, can eat in a year.
Yeah.
But then take that number and break it out and say, let's remove this snake and let's leave 20 mice to live. If half those mice are female, they'll give birth to 6 to 8 babies, maybe 4 times a year.
Right.
And so you can sit there and calculate this out and show a farmer, hey, one snake protects 500 to 800 pounds of your grain.
Yep.
That you're stashing in those grain elevators. So do you really want to be killing these animals? I mean, you ask yourself.
Well, it's like I explained to that rancher that time about what the snakes do to the prairie dogs and stuff, and how much livestock he would lose to the prairie dog holes themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, carrying the plague, which is pretty predominant between Colorado, Wyoming, and maybe Nebraska. I don't know about Oklahoma. It's on the southeast side there, but right in this particular areas, we've had problems with pneumonic plague.
Yeah.
Or bubonic plague, actually. It doesn't go to pneumonic until a later stage, but just in keeping the plague down in some of these areas. I had friends when I lived in Colorado that lost their whole hay crop and stuff to bubonic plague. And his place was on the Denver news one night, about the plague and that. There was 3 vets that came down with the plague that year. So, and
yeah,
explaining this to people of what the snake actually does in the wild to help protect, ranchers' interest, small farm interests, and stuff like that. And that's what I used to teach quite a bit was, the preventative measures by keeping the snakes around. So, for the most part, it worked, but there was still a lot of people that were skeptical, which is understandable.
Oh yeah.
So
it's an uphill battle. I don't do as much education these days. I'm just too tired, don't want to mess with it, and don't have the patience.
Understood.
Yeah. I've been out of it for a while, the education part, but still when I see people, like in a grocery store or something, I have a shirt on, my Gila Monster shirt or something, and people stop and ask me about them. And I'll spend whatever amount of time it takes, to educate the people. So stuff, t-shirts I've got on that have snakes and that, they still ask, in the grocery store, do you keep snakes? And I said, yeah. And they said, why do you keep those? And I'll go into my education spiel, and it changes a lot of people's minds. And it goes back to the education system again. I don't even know if they teach anything like nature in school. But I still keep doing it. So,
It's very hard though, but when someone comes up to you and starts asking you about it, that's great.
yeah.
The
You have
thing,
reflux, Todd?
no, not me. I've got
Okay.
bad.
Good.
I've got some bad allergies, but I've quit sneezing. I popped a Benadryl earlier. But
nice.
one thing that I've kind of like come to the realization of is that habitat destruction
Mm-hmm.
is what takes out like major numbers of snakes.
Yeah.
What's that?
Andy, you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
But habitat destruction, like one person killing a snake when they see them, it is just, I mean, it sucks and we don't need it, but it's not like when they freaking mow down 10 acres to build a strip mall.
Oh, geez. The habitat destruction to me, because I've been involved in wildlife all my life, and the habitat destruction is still the number one destroyer of all animals.
And
Right.
it's the number one reason that a lot of animals go into more habitated areas. They've lost where they're going to live.
Yeah.
And, the animals are just getting booted out and then killed when they try to come back.
Yeah, it's tough. I guess I don't know what the complete answer is, but if I was, I'd be a millionaire. But
Well, we're killing ourselves off anyway.
Oh, yeah.
that's true. This is true. Yeah.
But
As far as I'm concerned, humans are the worst. And I think I said this on somebody's live stream the other night.
uh-oh.
Homo sapiens are the worst animal ever created.
Yeah, we are. I agree.
Greediest. We're the greediest for sure.
Oh yeah. There's no such thing as greed in the animal world,
No.
other than
And we're the most vain. We're the most vain and the most greedy.
And
No animal is really interested in the way they look. No animal goes and looks in the mirror and says, "Oh, I need to do my hair because I want to look a certain way." They don't give a fuck. But humans were the first to notice themselves in the pool of water and look at their own reflection and go, "Ooh."
I had a cat. I had a cat that would look in the mirror and test out his meows. Sit there and go,
Huh.
meow. Mm-mm. And then turn a bit more. Meow.
Ancient Egyptians believed that cats were a bit more clever than we give them credit for, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did. They used to worship cats.
Yes, they did. They did worship cats.
Well, gang, I hate to be a killjoy, but I'm going to have to drop off of here. I got to be up in the morning, so.
Okay, well, great having you on.
Yeah, thanks,
I'm having you on.
Always good hanging out with you guys. You too, Benji.
I enjoy talking.
Yeah, man. Thanks,
You
Todd.
too, Lyle. See you, Sherry. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So much knowledge in that man's head that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
So much.
I'd like to talk to Todd.
That was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This was a great stream.
Yeah.
This was a really good stream tonight. We had a good talk.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And intelligent stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing, considering I'm here. Like, fuck, how did that happen?
Well, we got to have some fun too.
Benji. You know a lot more than you let on sometimes, dude.
That is true.
That
is.
You see through my sneaky facade. Trying to be the Joker.
Well, you are a joker, but there's a lot more to you than what people see.
Right.
And
There's
that's one of
more
the
than
reasons
meets
that
the eye.
of course. There always is.
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
You gotta close out these commercials.
They actually had I they actually had a Fantastic Four movie that they made but never put out. And one of the references on it was that they had new special what was the transformations or something, right?
Yeah, special effects.
Yeah, and I was looking at it going, okay, so you maximize the transformation was maximized, right? The special effects were maximized or minimized. So every time they something was saying maximized, we'd go and just joke around and go, what is it? Dinobots maximized.
Goodness me.
Or whatever. We were just having a great old time on that reference.
I walked too many dogs.
What?
It was too much dog walking.
Too much dog walking?
Too much dog walking. Oh my goodness. Too much dog walking. Oh goodness me.
Just hilarious. Well, thank you, Todd. You were great on the live too.
You.
Yeah, thank you, Todd.
Much.
That was a very enjoyable conversation, and I really enjoyed your company, man. Thank you very much.
And Todd, thank you.
Always love having everyone on. It's just And like
yes,
said,
thanks for having us. Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for hosting once again and for having us here, Sherry.
No problem. I love doing it. It's
My
kind of a
lovelies.
It's also kind of a hit to the adrenaline, so that it helps to cut down the pain too, I guess.
Yes, we your love we are your lovelies. We your little beasties.
You're my little. Are you my
little
monkey?
Beasties.
Flying monkey.
I'm your player.
Oh, you're my Leia. Okay.
There you go.
I'm your princess.
There we go. Little oh my gosh.
Oh,
my
God.
little princess.
Yes, look at this. This is the latest fashions.
Yes, it is.
Well, kids, I think I'm going to cut out for the night. And thank you again for having me on.
I will too, then. I will too. It's been 2.5 hours of absolutely brilliant, awesome fun. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Benji, my little princess.
Claps for everybody. Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Take care.
Take care.
Take care, all. Good night.
Sleep well. And there goes those two. I don't know. Should I stay on a little bit longer? Who is hanging out in the? There's at least three people hanging out here right now. Solo is probably still here. Cold usually is still here. Thank you, Cold. It's a lot to do with my guests as well. I have lovely, wonderful guests. And I'm going to turn that off because my cousin doesn't seem to be coming on. Anyway, same to you, Benji. Have a good evening watching whatever you're going to watch and do. I have a little bit of work on other stuff to do again. New things. Thank you very much for the concepts. I like concepts. Too many ideas, too little time to do everything. Bummer. But it's fun trying anyway. Two people. Two peoples. Two peoples. Okay, I am going to have to go on to no, not Forager. Library. Oh. It's and I have to get the link for the link for Area 51 for Elder Scrolls Online. That would be wonderful to have people playing in the game, except cookies, playing in the game with me. I'm going to put this here for anyone who wants to see Elder Scrolls Online stuff. Information on that. Let me see. Where is Area? There's Area. Yay. Okay. Gonna put that info in there for you there. And just for anyone who's interested in it, Elder Scroll Online is... It's the damn thing. There's the launcher. Close window. Ugh. I have to close it down a different way. Task manager away. Task managers. Team. Google. There it is. See, the thing is that if I don't shut down the thing that allows you to play the game when it's been sitting for a while, it won't come up properly. So I get to fight with that now and again. And now, let's see, today is Thursday, which means that it's not going to be too much trouble. They probably are not doing ooh, the Oasis house is up again. Not bad. They new Megan the Liar house guest. Wow. Maybe I'll get him. Okay. No. Oh, there. Good. Yes. Oh, gods, don't kill my ears. Oh, darn it. Okay. That deserves some work on the sound because, ow, that hurt. Okay, down a bit. Good, 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 good. That down. Look. Now I'm going to do a share and share this. Away we go. I tend to make sure that the screen is being shared properly nowadays, because there was time that I was saying, is this set up proper and is it working? And I was told, yeah, everything's working. We can see what's going on there. So I'm talking way about the character and what I'm doing, and then I go and realize that no one could see what I was doing or what was going on, because it was on the launcher and not in the actual game. I hate that. So I made sure that I am sharing the actual screen of the game. Let me see. Get that. Let's view rewards. Okay. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, that should be fine. Get 100,000 gold. That'd be nice. All the rest of it doesn't really matter. Instant clothing research. Could use those. Crown experience. Quite a few of those. So, hey, love. Am I too loud? No? Oh. We're in ouch mode. Neck the liar. Thieves Oasis. Nope, never going to be able to get that one. But it's a nice home. Do I want to go there? I've been there a couple times, so I'm not really caring so much about that. Okay. What? Hubby's gone to bed. He's not feeling well. So, specials. Hubajab's final treasure. Huh. I have no idea. So there's still 2 people here, so that's good. Could get Mac the Liar. Ooh, that's a nice statue. It has a light with it. Yay! But at 2,000 crowns, that's half the amount of crowns I have right now. No. Would be nice, huh? It would be. And what is this deal? What's in there? 4,000. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that. Let's see. Bundle details. So this details has gold. Nice. Kind of like that one. In defense of Prince. Whatever. Jar. 2 of these. That's nice. I like that. Ragada. Stork. I hate those. Guy with a coffer. Another cat. Apparently a lot into statues for this package. Yeah, mostly. isn't that cute? Kind of like a uh, Ark of the Covenant. Uh, Big pot thing. Whee! I love rolling those things, and I don't know why. That bowl, steamer. Those are fun. Nice, nice. Whatever. Spinner. Ooh. Okay. Red guard pillows. Red guard that. Red guard that pillow. Red guard that pillow. Red guard chest. Huh. And one of these targets. Yeah, I fought these things. They're not fun. Well, in a sense, they are. It's pretty cool. With so many arms. But they aren't. Yeah, they aren't quite. Okay. So, Mac the Liar. Sure. Uh-huh. Gladly, Mac. Okay. Volume up a bit. Volume down, volume up, volume down, volume up. Okay. Nope. Thieves' Den is 13. So I won't be able to grab that anyway. So, Gloomspore crates and Iron Atronach. Not into those. I like these though. For it's a pretty neat looking mount with goat hanging about. Iron Atronach. Yeesh. Yeah, that's one with the head off. And part of the head off of the yeah. Nope. Oh, these guys are back. It's a nice horse. Oran Twilight. Nice. Oran Knight. Not too bad on the armor. Gloomspore bow. So the bow shines. Mace. Little green thing. Gloomspore maw. Shield. Oh, interesting shield. Staff. Oh look, Grave Robber outfit. Actually, I kind of like that. I do kind of like that outfit. Kagoti. I want one of these. I really want one of those. Camel. Brown and white. Let's see. These are body markings. Type of thing. Same with that. It's a whole body type. I like the way it does with the tail. There's. I like that too. Iron astronaut. There, the bow. Mostly just looks for it, for the items, and that's it. Moragtong costume. Well, that's not bad either. A shelved rope. Pretty, but not something for my character. Kitten. Little demon kitten. I like that. And a lunar wolf. I like the golden wolf. But that is 100 crown gems, and I have 28 crown gems. It's not gonna go. I'm not buying any extra stuff. Blue shock Nixad. That's cute. Bone digger's trinket. Sure. Scrambled eggs. Prayer beads. That's a neat trick. Gloom spore. Fungus. Put in your face. Appraising hood. Grave robber mask. It looks like a lot of stuff that we're wearing these days. Meridian Possession Prism. Neat. Tavern Maid outfit. How cute. Oh, look. A butterfly. Angry dust off. I don't want any more neck sounds. I don't like them. I never have. Riding outfit with corset. She does not look good in that. Not really, anyway. Hood. Don't want the Jersey hog. It's a pet. Or the rat. Could get a gold spine boar. Jackal. Goat. You know, I don't have any pet goats yet. Okay, this goes with the curious. Grooves. I'd have to buy both at the same time for those. Where's the boots? Necron Gazer Cat. Okay. Don't get to see it very well in this. And a mud crab. Yeah. Fine rewards. Let's see what the colors go. Like, well, that's a lot of black. It's not bad. I don't like it too white or too black. That one looks good, I think. Okay, what's up for the DLCs? Plunk, 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 plunk. Okay, we have furniture that's on special. House guests. So I could get Wrath, Javanus, Mac the Liar, who's only for 13 more days. Freaking hay. Freaking hay. Okay. What do we have for crafting? An outfit change token. Could use that. Legendary dragon armor. Okay. Let's take a look at what that gives. Okay, nice. Mama's nice. Shield is pretty good. I kind of like that staff. It's a stabby math one. Okay. Motifs. Because we have new motifs. Never liked some of these, but some of the newer ones aren't so bad for an outfit. Hazardous alchemy. Kind of like that, but I think no. Ivory Brigade. There's nothing ivory about this, but still looks okay. Meridian. I actually like the Meridian style, but for 6,000 crowns, I just don't have it. I could do something else, mind you, but not. Oh, that's light. It's very dark color that it has, but I can change the colors, no problem. It's not bad. Pyre Watch. Refabrication. I actually kind of like this one in a way, except, well, that looks pretty uncomfortable. But it's not right up there, but so, Sea Giant. No. Why they think leaving here. It's not bad either. Some pretty interesting armor in here. Sword. Oh yes, this is the one I like. So I like the... I wonder. Okay, the dyes in here are different, so let's see what we got. Nee. Nee. Now that red is a little better. Brown. Sylvanar. Green. Gray. There. I do like the clothier purple. And I don't think I have any of these colors actually. Sardin's charcoal and slow shriven gray. Oh, so it is two different colors there. It'd have to be 100 points to get all three. Get three colors. More. To get anything with the green, actually. Okay. What's have the silver rose senshi. Actually, kind of a nice cat. Just a Pride King lion, which I don't have any lions. And non-combat pets. What do we have new here? Oh yes, the Skevetron. The little mouse thing. The kitten for the big one. Which is 1,000. The Grimalkin. Oh, that's been there for a while. And so has the fledgling Griffin. I like the color on the Griffin. One person left. Well, I guess I'm going to end the broadcast actually because one person left. It's 3 hours. Not too bad. I had a wonderful evening with everyone. I have been enjoying myself and I'm going to scoot and take care, everyone. Have fun. Smash the like button, leave a message, whatever else. And later, skaters.